town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Some politicians lacking brains said in voices dripping sweet, we don't really need these trains, railroads all are obsolete. They're union strong, it makes demands, they guard their yards with railroad dicks who kick our cops clean off their lands, do not like our politics. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. So the politicians passed some laws to screw more money off the trains and deeper dip their pudgy paws in more control of railroad gains. The railroad said, get off our land. They went on strike to show their peak. The grain trains stopped their rolling and the city starved within a week. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Hunger riots burned and rose and battered down the State House door, and all those fat politicos were killed and eaten by the poor. And with the city out of joint and no more politician men, the railroad said they'd prove their point and sent the grain trains down again. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains.
Thank you, Leslie Fish. Good morning, Wandering Beekeeper here. It is an interesting morning. Let me tell you, it's been a day, it's been a week, it's been a year, it's been a life. I am wound up, tighter your top E string right now. Don't mind me. We are in the middle of Eurovision playoff season, and those of you who are not Eurovision fans, I feel your pain. I've had to live with sports fans during playoff season, and I understand what y'all, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm excited about Eurovision. This is my first year doing the Nationals. It's been a hell of a ride. I have learned more about modern European culture in the past couple of weeks than in the past couple of years. I've been just plunged into the middle of a lot of the politics that goes on around Eurovision and around the competition and around who's in it. We have a situation there. Well, we're going to go over to the game screen in a minute anyway. Let's go on and at least get a game on the screen here. And it does say that I'm going to be doing trains in Minecraft. Well, you've already had trains. You had Leslie Fish singing about the green trains. That chorus, by the way, is a heck of a thing. You got to have a good strong breath coming in to do that rolling thing there. Wow, it's a tough one. Takes practice. And yeah, my views are on the screen. Let's just go on and do a banner drop here. There was a banner drop last night. I don't know if people caught it. but one of the orchestral maestros, bearing in mind the Italian National Festival, the San Remo, still uses a live orchestra. Eurovision itself has not used a live orchestra in years. It's a very different experience. You're not getting the prepackaged backing tracks that you'll have at Eurovision, where you get essentially the stage presentation of the radio cut. You're getting a full orchestral arrangement, and there is a maestro, and this is Italy, and an orchestral maestro is a big deal. I mean, the title does come with some respect just to begin with. The fact that it takes a hell of a lot of work to get to that position, to make it to maestro. And then these people get some serious respect. They get introduced at the beginning of the track of each act. And more often than not, the performer will give their bouquet to the maestro. Well, this one guy, yeah, I realize I've laid an awful lot of foundation. I'm riffing for time to make sure I don't get a copyright strike for Leslie Fish. I cannot see the current copyright holder managing to do any sort of a filing, and I did cite the artist and the publisher. It's not a complete proper citation, but it'll have to do. But I'm also riffing for time just to make sure Twitch isn't suppressing my sound. Y'all will bear with me for a second, but yeah, important to conclude the story. Too late, make a long story short. Too late. This particular maestro, on his last appearance of the night last night, when he took his bow, the camera cuts to him, and he gets to take his bow. He puts his hand over his heart, and he has written on the back of his hand, "Free Palestine." And I'm like, dude, that's brilliant. Thank you. That was a banner drop they could not cut out. They could not block. Beautifully done. Hand to his heart, "Free Palestine." Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Last night was fucking brilliant. There is an adult warning on this stream. There is language. There are drug references. There's all sorts of shit. Just bear with us. Just roll with it. What's shameful unless it seems so to the audience, as Aristophanes once said. He was a heinous old fart. I think we probably riffed long enough. I'm looking at a session of 9 minutes at this point. Sadly, only one viewer right now, which I'm pretty sure is the Coffee Bot. Let's see. Looks like I got a few bots here, scraper bots or something. I need to do something about that. Let's see if I've got any quick action, any actions pending. A queue. Hey, Evil! It's me. Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome. Now, yeah, there's been, okay, so political rant, Eurovision rant. Let's get on to some Minecraft here. Sleepy. Yeah, I'm a caffeine achiever. Oh, hey, there's the A line coming into the station. Let's go grab that because I want to ride it around. The A line now makes all stops on both loops. We are in the Create Mod suite. This is in Minecraft 1.20.1. create trains and rails, create pretty much most of the create expansions. I've been working on this world for a while now. It's my primary model railroading world. I've been slowly converting it into a proper railroad layout. Like here, we have a signal box up there and a diesel-powered station. I need to put a silencer on that to get that thump down a bit. That's really bad. I need to do something about that. The engine silencer does not actually stop the noise, but it does muffle it. So at least it should be called a muffler. It's what it does. Let's see. So one of the things I plan to do, this is the A line. I want to put on the B line. This is a long trip around both loops now, where the one dedicated passenger train. Yeah, that one's got a muffler on it. It doesn't do much. I still haven't finished building out Trading Point Station, but it's better. At least it has a platform. I want to put on another of these MTA trains on the opposite side of the loop from this one. And let's see, I'm going to need to stop this one over, lordy, probably at Trap Pyramid, and then put the new train on at Henry, maybe? Alright. I'm going to have to move back through the cars as we proceed on. I got to get back to the car with the driver in it. But I want to put another of these MTA trains on so that I have, let's move back here. I got 10 seconds. Take a seat before we start moving again. So I'm in the car with the driver. That's just a blaze burner that's been given a schedule. You can use mobs. I was talking with somebody yesterday who prefers to put cats on seats. You can put one of these train seat cushions behind the train controls. Okay, we're going through the interchange here. I want to stop us at Trap Pyramid Station. We're coming up on Oasis. Yeah, but you can... Oasis also needs a muffler. Jeez, that's really bad. I was playing with the sound off for a while and did not realize just how bad these damn generators are. Wow, that's a hell of a thumping. I do not like that at all. So you put one of these seat cushions behind the controls, and then you can put any mob on that seat that you can make sit. You know, cats will sit, wolves will sit. You know, I think putting a wolf on the seat would be amusing. You know, one that you've fed bones to and tamed. Get it a cap to the stripes to match match its collar. I do like the idea of kitties, haha. Yeah, Ginger did also over on the Cobblemon server. I play regularly on the Dynasty MC Cobblemon server. And I'm one of the builders there. And one of the new players there is real fond of, okay, give me your schedule. Alright, and Bronx Larry is stopped at Trap Pyramid Station. I'm going to debark. There is no platform here. We're just going to jump. There is sort of a, temporary thing here. Let's bounce to a couple of other stations real quick. Let's bounce back to Desert Farm. I'm going to go back along the line here real quick and see who I can catch where. Father, I don't have it in hover mode. There we go. In hover mode. Where am I? Who's where? Alright, let's go over to Yongadi and see who's here, if anybody. Anybody here, about to be here, trying to figure out where. Here comes the Hornet. We can stop the Hornet here. Good. I'm cool with that. Stopping the Hornet here would be good. I need to stop all the trains. Stop the Hornet here. Anything coming up behind it will be stopped by... Okay, here's the Hornet coming in. And schedule, please. The train schedules are the key to this whole damn thing. 6 minutes. Where the hell is it? Let's try Bongity? Is anybody here? No. Where is... This is where I want to put... I want to make sure there isn't anybody here. Let's check the board. 30 seconds, the Bamboo Express. We'll board the Bamboo Express and ride it to Bow and then stop it there. Make sure I don't have a train at Henry because this is where I want to generate my new... Okay, hop on here. Create is about managing the trains. Each train has its own unique schedule. Platforms are paired, and trains stop at them or not as their schedule tells them to. Now I just have to find the refinery train. Where is the refinery train? Where is the damn refinery train? Let's try Oasis. Refinery loop. 30 seconds. Refinery loop coming in. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. We've managed to catch it here. Alright. I need your schedule, dude. Okay, schedule is obtained. Alright, back to the cactus farm. Let's just take a second here. Ooh. Okay, so create is all about managing the trains themselves. They are independently mobile entities. Create calls them contraptions. They're capable of movement in the world. They do have physical presence. You do not want to be in front of one. I've lost a few villagers that way. I mean, I can't fence off the entire run. Try to do what I can. The schedules are really the key to it. You've got to get the schedules coordinated. And the schedules determine where the train goes, in what order, and what platforms it will stop at, and which ones it will bypass. And it's all about controlling the train. Let me see here. I need a couple of things. Let's see. That's an empty schematic. schematic. I need a schedule. Let's do an SCHE. And I got lots of schematics, no schedules. I need to find a specific schematic. I need... Is it? The one already in my inventory. Oh, okay. Pardon me having a senior moment. I'm 61 years old. I can make that joke. Schedule. I need a train schedule. Making a train schedule requires a sturdy sheet and a piece of paper. That makes 4 of them. Boop. There. I only need 1. I'll drop the other 3 into the inventory system. Okay, so I have a blank schedule. We're going to take this blank schedule and I'm going to go on and set it up. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to update the schedule title and we got Bronx Larry driving the A train. The B train is going to be Tanisha from Queens. So we will start Tanisha at Henry Station. No, we can't start her at Henry Station. If we start her at Henry Station, hold on, she won't ever go anywhere. I want to travel to Bow Station, which is the next one after Henry. All right, we'll check that and wait for 10 seconds. All right, from Bow, we go, that's the one with the refinery. We come on around the loop, we hit the crossover, and we go to Oasis. After Oasis, next stop is going to be Desert Farms. Or, excuse me, no, it's going to be Melon Barn. So the name is different. I gotta fix that. I really gotta fix that. I cannot change the name of the station. I need to change the name of the landmark. The landmark still says Desert Farm, and I gotta fix that. That's on the map. To-do item listed. After we go to Melon Barn, we go to Trap Pyramid. Trap Pyramid, we go to Castle. Castle, we move on to Last Chance. Last chance for tourist activity. We're leaving the desert. From there, we go to Yongity. This has gotten to be a very large loop, yes. Then to Bongity. And then we go on to Trading Point. And last, to Henry. Come back to Henry as the home station, where the train started. Okay, there we go, and that gets all of that ready to go. Okay, schedule is ready to go. Schematic is in hand. Okay, now I came here to play trains, not to, do scratch builds, so pardon me going creative here. Also, to-do item, edit. That has to change. That needs to be Melon Barn. There we go. Fix the name. Go to Henry. And here we are at Henry Station, where I have lots of lovely open straight track where I can thunk down a new train. I'm going to find my station here. And I'm going to go create new train. That gets me the blue light, which tells me where to position my train. Okay. For a rough click, that'll do. We need to raise it up one. No. Up. Thank you. No, that's not right, is it? It is. Okay. Alright, alright. A little befuddled. I'm also kind of ripped. Okay, there's part of my problem. Okay. A fresh perspective is a useful thing. We will pull the train over so that the wheels align with the track. Thank you. I now need to push the train back until this first bogie. No, now don't do that. Stop that. Stop that. Behave. Come on. Why don't you wanna... You need to go where I tell you to go. Thank you. We have a bit of distance. Looks like maybe 3 blocks here. 2. Peter Beagle, darn you. Okay, he got that in my head with Last Unicorn, and I cannot seem to get to stop doing it. Okay, what I've done is to take our schematic. This is still a phantom. There is not actually a train here. There is no train here. It is just a hologram. I have positioned the hologram where the train should be. That blue line has to line up with the first bogie in the train. The train is facing the correct direction. Let us verify that. Where is our driver? I don't. So that's a problem. The train is not facing the correct direction. We've checked that. Let's check these things. Rotate, rotate. Okay. Train driver is now facing that direction. That direction is the correct direction. Train is facing the correct way. Recheck the alignment of the front bogie. The front bogie is, in fact, over the blue line. There is a bit of Japanese point and call going on here. Yes, it is an incredibly useful methodology for my particular type of neurodivergence. We open this. We see no bogies, which is what we should see because we're still in hologram. We are ready to come out of hologram. Here we go. Brent. And the light goes green. Light goes green, train is clean. We have green lights under the bogies. Going back, we look into here, we see 6 bogies. We assemble the train. This becomes the MTA B line. We will check mark that. We have created a train. We have named the train. Now I need to get the trains all running again, including the new one. So, game mode, survival, so that I don't accidentally do something I will regret. There is no undo in regular Minecraft. I've been doing some work with World Edit lately, and that has been a thing all of its own. And the fact that it has an undo, well, I mean, it has to. All right. We are apparently riding the B line down to Bow Station. That may be a problem because I think I left the Bamboo Express at Bow Station. Yeah, we're being held by signals here. I'm going to have to force a dismount here. I'm sorry. All right. Off we go. Here we are with the Bamboo Express, which is at Bow Station, which means it's this schedule. And ding. Driver 8, check. Okay. Give you the schedule. And we will, at the next schedule, I need to go to Yongadi. At Yongadi, go talk with the driver of the Hornet. I need to go to Trap Pyramid. Trap Pyramid, I need to speak unto driver of this train. Head over to Oasis. Yeah. I know. You want to come in. Give me a second. I'm working on it. I got to get the refinery train moving again. Uffa. The A line and the B line are now both on the board. Look at that. Here's the Bamboo Express rolling in. On its way to Melon Barn Station. It's gonna be a little bit before the board completely sorts. Here is the B line, which I'm going to grab and take on around to Castle because the next thing to do is to go see Castle Station. Oh. All right. I have successfully added another passenger train to the line. We are holding for signals. We are going to hold for signals off and on. It's things are a little crowded right now. It'll take a little while for the trains to regularize and redistribute around the loop. I may have to do a little manual adjustment, but the signals should take care of things. They have so far. Signals are the other key to create trains. Simply put, they prevent collisions. You put signals on the track to divide the track into segments. There can only be one train in any given segment at any given time. The signals will not allow a second train to enter a segment. So making your segments long enough to fit all your trains is really important. You want to make the segments at least as long as your longest train, preferably a bit longer, so you've got a bit of a buffer. I've had to move back signals a couple of times. Adding the tanker car to the refinery train required me to move back signals at, I think, 3 or 4 stations. Yeah, brushland, lava patch, that was a little bit of a fire there. Okay, this is a build I completed since last week, so this is a new build that we're coming around to. I have completed the station at Castle Station, and I built a proper shed. Yes, it's diesel powered. That's really thumping obvious, isn't it? Welcome to the railway shed at Castle Station. We are on the passenger platform. There's our noisemaker down there, thumping away. Bloody thing's got a muffler on it, and it's still this bloody loud. I can't tell that the muffler does much. But we are in the shed here at Castle Station. This is all new build. We have the passenger platform on this side, where we have the wore-out brown seating that is that same kind of muck brown that all train station seats are, that doesn't really show the stains. Oh, hi, here's the Hudson Hornet coming in. At some point, I want to add a passenger car to the Hornet, but the passenger car is going to board all the way at the back here. The thing is long. This is one of the reasons why, the Hornet it was originally put on just to have one more train on the loop, just to get the idea of good practice of balancing the schedules. I've used Create Deco for the windows. That's the ornate iron frame window. I love that. It gives such a beautiful Victorian look, that sort of thing going on. We have the brick roof with the mesh in the center over the line, more or less over the train line, to let the smoke out. Things are a little off center. That's just one of the things about train sheds. The short platform over there is cargo loading. That seems patently obvious. We have cargo containers, and we have veg waiting to be loaded. It's been brought in from the farm. At a rural station, you would normally see this sort of thing. You'd have crates of veg, or in the early morning, you would have big cans of milk, where the dairy farmers would bring in the big cooled like nitrogen cooled canisters of that morning's processed milk from their dairy farm. There were dairy trains that specifically picked up the milk from the countryside and brought it into the city. A couple of storage barrels down there. The detail on this is something I'm rather pleased with, where I've got a ticket booth. There's an actual cabinet with a clipboard on top. We have over here, there is an actual W.H. Smith's kiosk with that would have a person working at it, amazingly enough. If you look in the barrel, there are some books. Cheap reprint. We've got 5 cheap reprints, 4 trashy novels, and 1 copy of Conquest of Bread, because we had to have something decent for people to read. Come on. Do not cross. Big glowing red warning sign. Catwalk goes over. Oh, I need to turn off my jetpack so it doesn't interfere with the crossing here. Zinc Catwalk, courtesy of one of the Create Deco mods, I think. I think it's Create Deco. It might be Create Steam and Rails. Oh yeah, we got a lot of warning signage here. Look, fire, electricity, death. Okay, I think we've made it pretty clear. Okay, biodiesel is at 70,000. 70 buckets is enough to do for pretty much anybody, don't you think? Okay, so we're in the maintenance area now. We come down those steps, and that lets us get under here. Danger of fire. And get to where the noisemaker is. Theoretically, there is a muffler on it. You can see it. It just doesn't seem to do bloody anything. Matelmo, hey, greetings, welcome, first-time chatter, welcome, I'm Wandering Beekeeper, and this is a very noisy diesel generator. It is from the Create Diesel Generators mod, which I actually recommend against. The support is very poor. Went on the, there's no written documentation. The dev has no intention of producing any, but it is handy because it lets me use this biodiesel that I'm producing and power the station with it. Now, okay, here's the A line. You notice the doors don't open on this side. We are on the cargo platform and cargo and maintenance platform, and we don't want passengers getting off on this side. Let me walk down the other way here because I did not go underneath here. There's the actual station, the station block, the gadget that runs the whole thing. Oh, excuse me, here. There we go. Castle Station. Yeah, it only allows the doors to open on the south side. Oh, that is our refinery train coming in and giving us our fuel delivery. We are now tanked up. The tanker car here connects with a portable fluid interface in the track. You're from the Cobblemon server. Yeah, well, welcome over here. Yeah, the doors open automatically, but I've got them set so that they only open on the passenger side. Let's walk back over there. Yeah, coming in. Oh, hi, the Bamboo Express, just in time. I want to catch this. Let's grab that. I spent some time on the detail on this one. I'm trying to get the whole world up to at least this level. Oh yeah, on the stations, yeah, you actually go into the station itself and tell it which side to open the doors on. And it does try the same doors on this one onto the one that doesn't open. Well, I don't remember if I set Yongadi to open on only one side or not. We're going back to Factory Station. So... And I don't know if we stop at Last Chance. I don't think we do. Apparently not. No, we go on off across the bridge. Now, I can manually open the doors anytime I feel like. So, doing a test of manually trying to open the door won't do anything. You just need to see whether or not the door is open. It's the automatic thing that's I think at question here, isn't it? Here we come into Yongity Station, and okay, I got it set to open on all sides, apparently. Let's go look at the station. Yeah, it says open all. Let's see. Let me stop and think. I think that is going to be west. Yeah, I want to open west only. I want to open west side only. There we go. Isn't it annoying that you got like 50 waypoints on your screen? It gets a little cluttered sometimes. I'm used to playing with the waypoints though, and I often navigate by them, and I don't always see them. I'm not always aware of them. I can turn them off. I just don't usually. Okay, here's the beeline coming in. And presto, the beeline doors only open on the platform side now. They do not open between cars at this station. You cannot change cars at this station. For you, it looks distracting. I can understand that. There's a lot of stuff popping on and in and out of the heads-up display. I'm very ADD, and in my particular ADD, sometimes I just don't notice stuff. It's like it's visual noise, and it sort of fades into the background. It's like a smell. After a while, you get used to the smell, and you don't notice it anymore. And then somebody else comes in and is like, "What's that smell?" And also just make it open on every side. Yeah. Well, there's no real point, no real need to at this station. Okay, I have succeeded in the big thing I wanted to do on this stream here. Check my time. It is 8:45. I got another hour to go. Cool. We could go have a look at some of the other stuff. We have, I've at this point, I now have the beeline running. Dang it, Tanisha from Queens is too long, and, maybe she's from Brooklyn. I can make her Brooklyn Tanisha. Although, you know, see, I think you can make a redstone contraption to close the doors on the other side. Theoretically, I hadn't looked into it. I've been more worried about getting the layout put together, learning how to do the schedules and getting my signals placed, and then trying to start turning this into a proper train layout. Let's take a quick tour here. There's, first things first, let me think for a second about where my options are and where it might be for waypoint settings. Let's turn off the in-game waypoints. There we go. That better? In-game waypoints are off. I see them on the mini-map, but I don't see them in heads-up. I found that out when I used those doors when I was making an elevator. Oh, yeah! Well, that makes sense that you can use redstone signals to open and close those doors. With the... Let's see, we got... if that's Larry, I'm not sure who that is. Come coming up. I can't tell I can't tell the trains apart. I should have put a colored block on the front of them. Daggone it. Oh, now we got weather moving in. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. Let's just take a quick bounce here. I'm just gonna manually bounce to a couple of places. This thing. Ugh, this thing. Hang on a second. Give me an engine silencer and let's see if it does any bloody good at all. Fluid pipe. I can't keep such a huge stock. Or I thought. No. Great, I gotta make 2 more. There we go. That did bring the noise down a little. Was terrible. Okay. Okay, this particular station just has a wooden platform. The key thing to this one is that it has a switch box. Not covering it with blocks. Yeah, sorry about that. Help, my ears are bleeding. I'm sorry. This is another reason why I recommend against this particular mod. I've used it in this mod pack. I will not use it again. It's that damn generator. You've got to like put it in a shed out a ways, and you know, I'm gonna have to put it in a housing or something to muffle the noise. It's terrible, but it does give me the decorative lights here. Let's, there we go. So yeah, I've got colored lights strung up here, being driven by that modular generator, which is driving an alternator. Here comes our train. Let's see which train this is. This one is Bronx Larry. We want to leave Bronx Larry alone. Ouch! Forgot I turned off my jetpack. Bloody heck. I get so used to having the thing on, and then I turn it off, and yeah, I end up splatting. Okay, that was just utterly graceless. The refinery loop coming in, where we can see there. Let's take a jump here. There we go. You can see that the fluid interface has connected there, and the tank filled up. This tank is way larger. By the way, Beekeeper, I got a ton of stock on the Cobblemon server. Oh, hi, you're Ginger from the Cobblemon server. Now I know who you are. Yay. Heck of a thonking, yes. The lights are fun, but I'm not sure that they're worth the thonking. That's just dreadful. That's absolutely dreadful. We're going to grab the Bamboo Express to the next, and not hang about here. This is awful. We'll go around to Trading Point, which is not much better. Trading Point's not going to be any better. Ugh, what am I thinking? Bail, whoops. Well, I'm going to bail here. Boop. Okay. And here's the refinery. How's the refinery doing? The refinery is doing fabulously well. Look at that. That front is so ugly. Front of which is so ugly? The front of the refinery? I have not put any sort of building over the refinery, and that's something that's on my list of stuff to do. There should be like a factory. Oh, from the bamboo train. The bamboo train is a little glitchy. I think there was a block missing. I'm not sure. Hello, kitty. Hi, kitty kitty. I don't have a fish for you. I'm sorry. I don't think I have a fish for you. Let me see. Oh, I do have fish. Okay, you can tell. Where'd you go? Here, kitty kitty. Fish? Fish? Best friends forever. This is now my cat. Great. I fed it, now it's mine. Great. Okay. But you have an axe. Let's see, not refinery. Looks cool. But you have an axe. I have a lot of tools. Let's see. Tom's simple storage mod being the primary one. Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know. It does look like maybe there's something missing right around there. I don't know. It's relatively accurate to a the narrow gauge locomotives that are still used in India. Oh, an axe to kill the cat. If you didn't have fish. Cut back on the front. Yeah, it seems like maybe there's something. I don't know. Just say. This station I'm rather pleased with. This one I've done up in brick and got a proper waiting room and a ticket booth over here. What we got coming in? Is this? Please let this be the right one. Yes, it is. Okay, we are going to edit this. And we're going to change this to Brooklyn so that it will fit on the sign. There we go. It's going to say Oasis Station right now because the train has to go around. There we go. Has to reread. Or it'll, oh no. You didn't get hit by the train, did you? Oh, that would be bad. Yeah, maybe you should come in here. Come in here. Come on in here. Come in here, cat. Come on. I'm in here. Realize that I am in here. And cat wanders off and goes to go dance out on the catwalk. That seems like an appropriate place for a cat to dance. Sit there. That'll do. That'll keep you from getting hit by the train, doofus. Bet you can't click your tongue at the kitties. Let's see, you want to see my base. How does your base look? Okay, well, let's do a time set noon to wake it up. And it's going to take a while for any of these trains to come around. Let's just bounce over to the cactus farm. Because this is my base. Jetpack does not need to be recharged. I'm going to turn it off for a minute. So the base started out with one of these desert farm structures. The building is originally from the Immersive Structures mod. I strongly recommend immersive structures. I also really love repurposed structures. Both of them add a good deal of variety that works with the vanilla aesthetic if you're still, very deeply into the vanilla aesthetic. Repurposed structures takes existing Minecraft structures and redoes them in other materials. Your bases on Cobblemon are nicer. Yeah, of course they are. This is a single-player world. This one was built for convenience. so that I could build the trains. I just hermit crabbed into an existing building. This was originally a melon barn. I replanted it so that I could have tomatoes, because I have Farmer's Delight in this mod pack because it allows me to trellis my tomatoes. And I dearly love that particular detail about Farmer's Delight, that it allows me to put my tomatoes up on trellises. Down here, usual thing. Got a boiler going. The boiler is way the heck out from the house and on a beach on bare stone because I've had a boiler explode. Your builds are way, way better on Cobblemon. I put more effort into the appearance on Cobblemon. Again, this base is built for my convenience. It is not built for attractiveness. This is a barn full of chests for the Tom's Simple Storage mod. It's what runs the handheld I'm carrying. Yeah, the machinery is just all sitting out in the open, and this is very industrial. On the other hand, that whole industrial appearance is appropriate to the railway thing. You know, this is effectively the rail yard, and have you ever been to a rail yard? They're kind of grungy, industrial. By the way, I applied for gym leader, and I might use your gym if I get accepted. Okay, I would love to have a gym leader move into one of my gyms. I've got 3 arenas, and would love to have somebody move into one of them. You know, like here, I've done more work on this build, on this particular station, to put in the switch box up over the rails, because you are going to have, the best one is on Lithia. Lizardo Hydrus did the original work on the water vader and the high street. I put in most of the buildings. I put in the tavern and the Dwarven Emporium. I built the arena there. You can start streaming Cobblemon too. Oh boy, I don't do enough on Cobblemon right now to have anything to stream. This one needs a rebuild and needs that bloody generator. I'm not sure putting the generator behind. Almost didn't get to the mic quick enough. Had a sneeze. Wow. Here, the generator is back in here behind granite. It's just not closed off. I wonder what would happen to the sound. Let's see. Granite. Granite. That didn't do bloody anything. The sound comes right through the granite wall. That's just exasperating. And I'm leaving this station. Let's see, someone, I think it was, made an XP farm using Create. Yes, you can, in fact. There is a Create Enchant, I think, mod that includes the ability to create liquid XP. Let's see, this is Henry Station, which is still set to open on all sides. Yeah, I've worked with that mod a little bit. I haven't done much with it. Don't really know it very well. But yeah, there's an XP drain. If you drop stuff on the XP drain, it drains the XP out of them. Be careful. Don't step on it by accident. It'll clear your XP bar, and now it's all in the tank. Hello, cat. I'm not going to stop here, sorry. The refinery needs a better design. I really don't like that cluster of barrels on top of the ethanol tank. You can just use normal pipe, yeah. Yeah, it's create. There's something you got. Well, the Liquid XP I've only seen with that particular mod, which it's part of the Create suite, but it's not part of base Create. I really don't think I don't know. We could look it up. XP. There's nugget of experience, block of experience, and that's it in the base Create. There is no Liquid XP. Just make it look like a nuclear power plant. Yeah. About to make these bloody generators look like a nuclear power plant. Good grief. Let me ride this on around. Were you on? I don't think you were on when I was over at Castle Station, where I've just finished the shed build. I'm gonna ride this train on around to there. Now I do have some other stuff that I'm probably going to get into in just a few minutes. I've worked with some other stuff besides Create. This is Melon Barn Station, which is another of the desert farms. This one's unmodified, so you can see what they look like before players start fucking with them. That one has 3 of these little castle out structures. I have no idea what they're used for. There was nothing in them. I've got some other stuff that I've been working with, trying to work toward basically railroading in Minecraft. Trying to get in more. I keep building railroads, so I've decided, all right, fine, I'm going to get into the train mods. So I've been working a lot with Create Trains, learning how to use it, and getting some of the builds. What are your PC specs? I'm running on a Lenovo IdeaPad laptop. It's a vanilla Lenovo IdeaPad. I'm running MX Linux rather than Windows. And that's pretty much it. I don't have any sort of fancy graphics card or anything. It's just a laptop. Here we are at the passenger shed here at the castle, which, yeah, another of those bloody thumping generators. Remember if I put a muffler on this one or not. Lordy, you certainly need to. Haven't. Let's go over. Okay, so we're on the passenger platform here. I got a 4060 and it's so laggy. Yeah. Create is running just fine. I'm running single player, and what's really going to trip your mind here is that I've also got 3 chunk loaders running in this game world. And I've got 5 trains running on the tracks. Now, I'm running a little warm. I've got a tachometer. Oops, that's why I turned off the bloody jet engine earlier. There we go. Let's come around to the cargo and maintenance platform. I'm rather proud of this build. I think it's got a better level of detail and a bit more care taken in it. It looks more like an actual railway shed, like an actual railway platform. There's a W.H. Smith's kiosk, there's seating, there's a ticket booth, warning signage. Let's come down here and... No, it's already got a muffler on it. It's just directly under the platform, and that was my error. I'm not using the diesel generators mod ever again. It's if nothing else, that bloody thumping. The warning signage is, I think, from the Create Steam and Rails pack. There's a whole set of decals. You make them in a stone cutter from iron sheet. Let's see, if we go downstairs, of course, you know, there has to be a smoking area. And, yeah, I added a little hanging signage. I need to put mesh fencing across here. I was using copper in here, wasn't I? No, I'm using zinc. Okay. My catwalking and such is still zinc. Let's see, have I got any... all I've got is industrial iron and copper. We use industrial iron. Reach it from here. Oops. Father, back here. Yeah, if you don't hide the engine, people will be throwing a shit at it. Because humans are monkeys and they like to throw shit, you know. I don't have a real high opinion of humans as a species, sorry. Every now and then the grumpy old man shows through. Alright, well that's what I had. That at least gets that much of it done. It looks ugly. Yes, it does. It's the underneath of a railway station. They are typically gross. There may be some influence here from the time I spent in New York. So we've been around here a bit. Let's go back to the cactus farm. And I'm going to pause for just a second here. And let us go to the break screen for a second while I trade out this Minecraft world for another one, because I'd like to spend, I've got about another half hour before I need to start working on getting a VPN to Finland so that I can watch Eurovision. Let's see. Let's go look at Industry Craft. Industry Craft was something I got into and looked at and worked through, and then realized it was not going to go where I needed it to. But it's a pretty strong approach to a tech mod. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna sit here on this pause screen for just a moment. This allows me to point out that I do have a historical fiction piece that I'm working on, a novel called Bread Spotting. It's being published in Dickensian fashion as a serial, and is currently on episode 22 of an expected. We'll flip back over to here, single player and IC Test 02, and off we go. "22 episodes so far completed out of an expected 30. So bringing it in for a landing in the not too distant future. Published a little bit irregularly as my capability is available. It's $1 a month to get in on it, and if you pay that buck, you get the whole whole thing so far. You know, all 22 episodes thus far. When the last episode goes up, I am going to work on a unified version, but that may be a little while. It's going to take an assembled draft and all sorts of things. So industry craft starts with rubber trees. You start by collecting sticky resin from the rubber trees and dealing with flying resin that bounces all over the place. It's rubber. What do you expect? So we start with a grove of rubber trees. Eventually you have enough resin that you can start doing some things with it, and then you start growing hemp. This is industrial hemp. It is used for all sorts of things, including wire insulation, a little bit of wheat growing at the back because it needed it. And from there we start doing things like making water mills. These are little bitty water wheels basically, and they feed into an accumulator called a bat box. It's a battery box. The accumulator here is storing 40,000 EU, which is a respectable little charge. It'll do a few things. From there, of course, we have to get into auto farming. Now here, the bat box, got a bat box. Well, there should be. That's a transformer. We're getting right. Bat boxes are over there for accumulating. This is all solar powered. We'll get to that. That is glow shrooms, and they have to be directly under glowstone in order to come to fruition. We have stickweed, which makes resin and various other things. We have all sorts of wonderful things pouring into your dyes and wheat and glowstone dust and sticky resin so that we don't have to chase the bloody bouncing resin. There is down there a bat box for an accumulator. We have a cropmatron, which is automatically feeding weed killer and fertilizer to these crops and basically acting like an agricarnation in Botania. Now there's the auto harvester, which, I mean, we've seen auto harvesters in other mods. Up here, a little electric thrum. We have, oh right, I do have a jetpack in this. I gotta remember, it's not a hover mode. We have solar panels connected with tin cable over to the central accumulator, which has some tension going on it. What mod launcher are you using? I am using Prism Launcher. I've been using Prism Launcher since its inception, which it sounds more impressive than it is. It was originally another launcher that had a rogue developer who disliked the diversity statement in the development agreement, who hijacked the thing, and within 24 hours, Prism Launcher had been rebranded with a rainbow logo and was back up, and the rogue developer with his older version of the code base was forgotten about. That's a generator there, by the way, that's making that hum. The generator burns coal to create electricity. It is supplementing the solar panels. You'll notice it's not running most of the time. I dislike that I have to have it. But the Cropmatron used a bit more energy here than I expected. I have once again hermit crabbed into an existing place. I found a sandstone mansion. Oh yeah, Prism is a wonderful community. Sandstone Mansion there is from the Repurposed Structures mod. As I said earlier, it takes existing Minecraft structures and redoes them in other materials and other biomes. This one's been rather heavily modified. I put up my own lighting, and that's a water tank up there, which is being fed by this pipe. Pipe goes out this way, and that's a high capacity pipe in order to a pressure pipe in order so that it doesn't have to have a pump on it so for that distance. Feeds to this water tank, which is driven by this little generator back here. Generator, pump, puddle, presto. Water supply for the mansion. The mansion has running water. Have you ever tried CurseForge? I have tried the CurseForge launcher. I'm not real fond of it. I like Prism Launcher. Prism works well with CurseForge mod packs. It works with Modrinth mod packs. It works with a lot of other things. It's done everything I needed it to do. Let's flit around a little bit here, just because we can. I'm going to fly to the front. We'll take a peek up here. There is a big solar farm up here. There is a really big solar farm up here. Each of these sections of solar panels feeds to a battery box, which feeds through glass fiber cable, which has more capability. I'm using cheap copper cable to connect the solar panels to the mat box, and then the more expensive high capacity glass fiber to connect to the big accumulators. Something is sucking a lot of power. We got over here, we've got the accumulators coming in to a high voltage accumulator, and over here to liquid fuel generators, which are able to supplement. This is a rocket miner. This is a cool thing. This thing basically is an automated. Modrinth is kind of the same, but it doesn't make you launch from the original MC launcher. It just boots it up instantly. Yeah, I haven't used the original Minecraft launcher in a long time. I've been using Prism Launcher. It organizes my instances, allows me to group them. I could probably show it. It's if I fiddled around with my OBS setting a bit. The rocket miner is kind of a neat thing. It actually will fly off and take care and go do mining, and when its inventory is full, then it comes back. Using Feather for playing vanilla Minecraft. There's why that one's blinking. These. That one's running a little bit. Battery station. Where are the batteries for this? Where did I put them? Up here? No, that's just a hazmat suit that I'm wearing. Let's see. I should point out that I am wearing a hazmat suit. This is a rubber suit which allows me to run around on these wires without being electrocuted. Something I absolutely had to build early on. Let's see, what's over here? Various pieces, parts, supplies for stuff that I was building. mining equipment, etc., etc. The rocket miner is kind of a cool toy. We're not going to play with it right now. Let's head down. Kitty. Is anything on this floor? Down here. Here is my Tom's Simple Storage. A little bit of equipment running. This is a mass fabricator currently not running. It makes very expensive stuff. Let's see, run on the cables without a hazmat suit. No, thank you. I don't want to respawn right now. This is the high voltage equipment room. There's a chunk loader in here. It's electrically powered. That's the transformer that steps down the current from the high voltage coming in off the main. I've got a high voltage transformer there so that I can run the bulk crafter. Bulk crafter's a heck of a piece of equipment. This is all alcohol that has been processed from the refinery. And so that liquid fuel generator is running on alcohol, which burns actually relatively cleanly. It's not carbon neutral, but at least it's a lot easier on the environment than coal. Holy crap. Various other equipment over here that makes various things, refineries and so forth, processing equipment. I mean, it's all material processing. Most of the tech mods come down to material processing. Drink some alcohol. Oh, give me a minute. Let's see. Chest with some various other. There's the quantum armor, which I was not impressed with. The armor configurator, wood gasifier. This thing just turns wood into wood gas that you can use as fuel. It's a cheap fuel. I've used it in the generator to drive the industrial work table. The industrial work table is a very cool thing, and I would have used it a lot more if I didn't have Tom's Simple Storage in this mod pack. It has its own inventory. It can remember recipes. It's got auto crafting capability. It has recursive auto crafting, which is just an amazing thing. So that if it's missing a component, if it knows the recipe for that component, it'll just go make it. Let's see, the various pieces of equipment, the electric furnace, which is the replacement for the coal burning. Couple generators, macerator, compressor, various pieces of equipment that do different things. The canning machine makes canned food. It also will package alcohol into fuel cans. Let's see, you wanted to see the booze. We have a drug and alcohol warning on this stream for reasons. One being that some of the mods that I play make booze. I have here some whiskey that is still aging. Mine is what's your favorite mod? Mine is sandwichable. My favorite mod? Oh gosh. Probably Chinjafu. I have a love of it that is somewhat unreasonable. So yeah, we have whiskey aging. We have previously made various types of beer. Let's see, what's this? This is whiskey also. Okay, various. What I'm going to do is sample one of these and see if it's ready to drink. So I'll get a tap. And we'll get some mugs here. This is whiskey. I could probably put it in a glass. Let's see. Well, let's just go tap one of these and see if it's any good yet. Whiskey takes a long time to age. So, what did we get? We got whiskey. Sub-zero. It's whiskey. That's about all that can be said for it. I'm going to knock the tap off of it. Untap that. And there we go. There is the effect of the whiskey. You were wanting the effect of booze. Here is the effect of drinking whiskey. This is about as drunk as you can get. Once the effect, it's an either or effect. What's actually done with this stuff is it's taken to the refinery and dropped in. Let's see, I've already tapped this barrel. Let's go and clean out this barrel and see how much I get from it. This is really not easy to do. Ugh. All right, come on. How much am I going to get out of this one? 30 glasses. And then that one is empty. So I'm going to chop it and put stuff away. Put away the scaffold, put away the barrel, put away the tap, put away the empty glasses, and we will take the 30 glasses of whiskey here. Now that I can maneuver again, over to this refinery, and I'm going to take these glasses of whiskey and drop them in there. And kapop. We are now making alcohol. We're extracting the alcohol from the whiskey and sending it off to the tank. So we should be. Where's it going? Come on. Showing up here. May not be as many millet buckets. Drink whiskey that's not done. It doesn't actually do anything. What you get, it says it's watery and then it doesn't do anything. It's terrible. Drinking the pure alcohol is not possible. It can only be piped and canned and put in engines. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint, but yeah, Industry Craft does have booze production. You want serious booze production? Okay. Give me a second here. Right with you. This builds Zaki on launch. Find the right instance. Bring it up. This will take just a moment. Let's see. Let us go to the break card so that we're not looking at just a black screen for all this time. And give it a second. Give it a second. Let's see. This does take a minute to come up. This is an extensive mod pack. What I'm bringing up is a mod pack with the Chinjafu mod. Chinjafu is a Japanese cultural mod written by a Japanese developer who wanted to see more of his own culture and history in Minecraft. It has a lot to it, like a lot. I have packaged it with Botania, Ars Nouveau, and Mystic Agriculture, and a little of this, that, and the other. You'll see. I was going for a sort of Miyazaki type of world. This will be running under Minecraft 1.18.2 for various reasons. One being that it's been a while. Oh, you can make booze in it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to show you. Just be patient. There is booze, and there is consumable booze, and there is even a bloody. Let me. Here we go. I want to go to Magic 01. And let us switch over to game screen. I should tell you that at the age of 61, I have lost a lot of interest in booze and alcohol. I was always a cheap date to begin with, and haven't had a hangover in a very long time because I simply don't consume that much. Okay, loading up, loading up, loading up, riffing for time. Oh, I've been watching Amadeus do this for 5 hours a night. That man is going to be exhausted. The guy who's running the Italian Nationals. You're not even 18. Shame on you. Are you at least European and not American? Okay, back to game. Here we go. Here we are in my bedroom. Let's see. Give it a moment. It's going to take a moment before it starts running smoothly. Yeah, in the middle of Europe. There we go. Okay, so I'm not running afoul of the stupid American alcohol laws. So this is my bedroom in this mansion. A lot of the furnishings come from the Chinjifu mod. The windows have all been replaced. The windows actually work. The chest of drawers holds clothing. My character is currently in more sort of traditional clothing. The Supremium boots are needed because of the no fall damage thing. Yeah. You got no patience. Okay, enchanting room. We'll get there. We'll get there. We gotta walk there, okay? There's some stuff going on here. This mansion has a lot going on. Not the least of which is that I went through and replaced all the windows with proper ones. Let's see. Around this side, and yeah, around this side there's some auto crafting going on. This is with Create. You've seen Create mechanical crafters before, I'm sure. These are each making different kinds of wood from the wood essence growing out front in the garden, in the mystic agriculture garden. Come downstairs, and here's the first part of how to make alcohol. These are komakoji shelves. This is where you make rice malt. Making sake takes a lot of rice malt. It also takes yeast culture, which must be cultured. You have to put sugar and apples in jars and put them up for a while for them to turn into yeast. Over here, I'm making nori. That doesn't have anything to do with making booze, but I thought, oh, what the heck. This is the kitchen. This is our kitchen. We have a proper irori set into the floor so that I can cook with a donabe. But I also have a modern cooktop with a teapot for making tea, and up there are some of my stock. Those are bottles of booze that have been made. Let's just reach up here, and this is a bottle of aged wine. I have aged cider, I have sake, I have aged sake. I have aged mead. The brewery. Well, let's walk around here and show you the fermentation room in the mansion first, because this is where I did my early work. This is all stuff laid down for fermentation. Mead, currently in barrels. This is sake, which takes multiple stages. You have to make moromi, and then and you have to make shubo, and it's a process. Let us go to. You wanted to see the brewery? Let's go over to the village and see the brewery. Because the brewery is a bit more impressive, maybe. Let's look. Go see it. Mystic Agriculture, Ars Nouveau, etc., yada yada. And we fly over here. There's some create trains going on and some Japanese architecture. There's a lot of shops here, and there's a shrine out at the other end of town. But we are going this direction because over here is the sake house. We'll go in there in a few minutes. Waystone. Busy place. Here we have the Curzard Brewery. Village of Curzard. I did not name it, the Waystones did. There is the brewery up front and the aging house back in the back. It starts with, let's close the door to keep those guys out. It starts with donabe. These are donabe with raw rice. First thing you do is you cook rice, and you cook rice, and you cook rice, and you cook rice until you are ready to scream. Because you will need so much rice. Now, I've only got about 5 minutes here before I have to sign off and go put my VPN up to Finland so that I can go watch the Eurovision final. The Finland national final is today, and I'm extremely excited about that, and I will not be late for it. That's charcoal for running the Aurora. This is the private reserve fermentation barrel here with aged sake. Over here I have komakoji shelves. We have vents there. We can open the windows for when we're cooking because it makes a lot of steam and smoke. And you cook rice and you craft with the komakoji and so forth. I've got videos out for it. Why is the furnace red? Because it's a supremium furnace. It's been enhanced with mystic agriculture alloys so that it runs a lot faster. You make shubo, and you put your shubo barrels down to age, and when they are ready, you take them up and you make moromi. And when your moromi is ready, you take it up and you make sake, and then you put the sake down to age. And I have videos on YouTube that show this entire process. It is somewhat lengthy, I will warn you. What you're after, and what I'm going to close this with, is going up to the sake house. Here is our sake house. It is a lovely little sake house. There's a bar here with, we have a bottle of aged wine and a bottle of aged sake. And we can get, let's see, where are my cups here? Here we go. Drink glass. Let us get a drink glass. You take a drink glass and you right-click the sake bottle. And now it is a glass with aged sake in it. And we can consume the sake. Hurrah! We have consumed the sake. Would you like a rice cracker to go with it? I have a tray here of rice crackers, and you can actually take the rice crackers. Theoretically, it would be nice if you could eat the rice crackers, but, you know. You want to see wine. You want to see wine. Well, here is aged wine. I get a different form of, the glass grows a stem when you fill it. Drinking it, however, has the same effect as the sake. So, yeah, we have arrived here. We have taken a seat at a comfy little table in the sake house where we have a potbelly stove keeping it warm, and we have various varieties of things. There's also food available here to a limited extent, and there's an upstairs because you have to have an upstairs in order for the fight scene and the guy getting thrown over the railing. We've all seen that movie, I'm sure. They all can't go into a tea house without somebody getting thrown over the railing. It has been fun. It has been enjoyable. We've gone through a couple of mods. We've gone through a couple of things. I do have, let me see, where is, I don't, whoops, that was not the thing I meant to do. Let's tab and leave you on. Over to here and flip over to the end break card and to my channel, to the playlist, as I do have here a link without site tracking. Thank you. Let us drop this. There we go. There is the link to my YouTube, which has the Chinjifu mod tutorials. There is one on cooking rice, there is one on growing rice, and then there is one on making sake, because growing rice I didn't even get into. Chinjifu includes the paddy system. You actually have to build rice paddies and grow rice in paddies and dry it on a bamboo rack. It's a whole thing. The dev has recreated the whole process. So yeah, hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Yay, welcome. You'll be getting a notice then tomorrow night, my time, as I'll be streaming Roots of Pacha on Sunday nights. Roots of Pacha is a farm sim about a Neolithic people discovering agriculture. Right now, my character is learning how to domesticate animals. It's been interesting. I'm the Wandering Beekeeper. Your companionship on this journey has been most appreciated. It's always nice to have people drop in, especially given the weird hour that I'm streaming right now. I will be. I don't know if it's on Game Pass or not. I play on Linux, so I don't know. I don't have a console. I don't own a console. Everything is on Linux. I'll be here next week doing more Create Trains. We'll be getting into MTR very soon, in which you do not build trains, you build railways. It's an entire thing. Oh, it's not. I'm sorry. Bummers. Roots of Pacha is a very new game. It's only on version like 1.1.4. It's a very new game. I'm really trying to push it, but we'll see it. You can drop in and see it. I'll be here tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. UTC -6, with more of the things that I like to do. See you tomorrow.